Oh my God. So this is so funny. We are now in a time where those who are on drugs and under the influence are going to be the most sober, the most balanced, the most even keeled, right? Because they're under the influence in a really aggressive environment. And so those who are not drugged, those who are not under the influence, those who are not under prescription medication are going to be the loopy ones because we are actually enjoying the fluctuating environment. Okay, so before, when the environment was really calm and people wanted to feel things, they had to be on drugs, they had to be under alcohol, they had to be using herbs and extracts and things to give them the pep or to slow down the energy or to give them euphoria. And so now everything has reversed. Because I'm telling you, when I went out today with my husband to take care of some errands, and we went to the bank and we went to the BMV and did other stuff, I felt like I was fucking drunk. I felt like I was literally jumping out of my skin. I was shaking my leg and was just like vibrating all over. I was hungry. Oh my God, like being sober in a really aggressive environment, it's like you're on fucking drugs. It literally is like you're on fucking drugs. So imagine if you're on drugs right now. Imagine you are under the influence. And so you have all this chaos inside on some level, right? You might still feel sober relative to someone who is not sober, or someone who is sober, but feeling the frequencies. But you are going through a major energy conversion. Like it's almost like you're ODing. You're actually doing more accelerated being under the influence than someone who is not under the influence, who is really actually sober and is naturally feeling the frequencies. Like those that are in the J world, and we have done the J juice several times, maybe not a lot or maybe a lot. We've seen things, we felt things, we've seen the colors, the greens and the purples. Like right now with Kim and Audrey talking about the aurora borealis and what they're seeing. And every time they see the aurora borealis, they're seeing the frequencies. Also, you hear the hum, you hear all these things. So there's a connection with the frequencies coming up and then the aurora being lower and lower into the night sky. And so they're seeing that and they're talking about that. And then, oh God, I'm literally jumping on my skin. This is so crazy. So them talking about the aurora and all that. And then I remember the dreams with the J juice because it was relatively calm. Okay. And I would see stuff, but when COVID-19 came around. So then I was not doing so much of the J juice, maybe a few times, but I still had predisposed issues within me. I still had stuff going on. I would close my eyes and I would be lucid dreaming like I was flying over a body of water, or I'd be floating up in the air and there would be colors, like really iridescent colors, like the greens and the purples, like you see in the aurora borealis. And that's not a surprise. Those are frequencies. Because when the COVID-19 came around to begin with, I remember feeling the energy, the stuff leaving my body. Oh my God, I felt so many different weird things when I first experienced the COVID and having those demons wake up within, and your hormones are now like fluctuating. And so, yeah, the J world woke up. We broke the spell. Like, that's kind of the weird thing that, I'm not trying to toot my own horn or try to be famous and all that shit, but that's probably the reason why they limited the salt off the table. They put only so much salt in the recommended daily allowance, for the FDA or for the health, companies, or what do you call it, the agencies, right? The public health agencies only had this much salt, the World Health Organization, because remember, pharmakia, and the holistic world with all their herbs and their extracts, they are playing alchemy, casting spells, developing different personas, Stepford wives, analytics, athletes, right wing or right brain, left brain, and of course, yeah, politics, religion, and science, and all that. And so when you have everyone under a spell and everyone's programmed from their parents, and their parents are programmed from the government, and the government is in the schools, they're in all the government agencies telling you how to raise your kid, and they're saying you to do it this way. They're telling you how to cast spells on your kids, how to cast spells on yourself, and then also limit your salt intake, keep you switched off to the reality of the world. Yeah, limit your salt intake, and so then they can be the one to develop your reality. So when we did the salt and the water and the J juice and the fermented cabbage, and I was like, holy crap. It was like when I first did the J juice, I woke the fuck up. Not only did I wake up and realize certain things were happening, but I saw the weight drop. I saw the vanity pounds drop. I saw things changing. I actually was watching the spell being broken as it was happening, but I didn't really have the name for it. So now that we're in COVID-19 era, the spell is now breaking and people don't know how to manage dealing with the reality of the world. The spell has lifted. It's like Sleeping Beauty. It's like Snow White. It's like all the Disney. And then you realize, and then you see what they're selling people, is that if you want to have no wrinkles on your skin, here, do some Botox, but hey, you might be losing your discernment for how to read someone's face because you can't even do something to your face or move your face. Okay, so we're seeing now what biotech has done. Rosicrucian. I'm not saying it's bad or it's good, but it's okay to have certain spells as long as you know that that's what's going on, I guess. But sometimes you don't know, and you don't know why you feel the way you feel. You don't know why things seem weird to you or seem inappropriate to you or and all that. There's something in the back of your mind telling you this is not right, this is not right. But then there's something else telling you, oh, it is right, you should do it, and all this other stuff. And so you're fighting that war inside of what voice is going to be the one you're going to listen to, right? The devil or the angel. And so today, yeah, I was jumping out of my skin. The J juice woke up everything, and then COVID-19 came around, and then the world fucking woke up, and now we're in chaos. Literally, we are in chaos, but a controlled chaos. But you know, my husband and I were doing stuff, and I felt like I was literally drunk. I felt like I was drunk. I felt giggly. We were parked in a really tight parking space, and there was someone that was parked next to us that was really close to our car, and I just was giggling. I couldn't stop giggling. I was just laughing because there was two guys that looked like they could be like, you know, thugs, you know, and they were smiling. They're like, oh, we know we park close to you. And I'm like, and I was smiling going like, shit, this will be fun trying to get into, you know, my husband's truck. I could do it because I wasn't so big. I didn't have to open the car that wide, but I was just giggling the whole way in. I was just giggling. And then I was just hungry and I was impatient. And it was just like, what the fuck is wrong with me? And so when we got to McDonald's and my husband's like, we should eat here. I'm like, When I was like, okay, fine. But then looking out and there was an old man in there that was at the door texting somebody. I'm like, okay, an old man there. And I look to the left and there was this McDonald's worker who was yelling at someone on the phone, like literally yelling. And she was going off. She was going off the hook. And I'm just like, you know what? My gut tells me I don't want to be in this place. Excuse me. I don't mind eating the food from an aggressive place. I can convert that energy, but don't want to be sitting in the dining room of a McDonald's in somewhat of the ghetto and have somebody come in and be pissed off at someone on the phone and they know where she works. So she's yelling at someone who happens to be, you know, not all there and get caught in some situation. So I'm just like, no. And then I saw somebody post that even in California, in Southern California, people are nutty. Oh yeah, the frequencies are causing people to be freaking nutty. And so if you are even more so under the influence, they'll tell you whatever's going on is double and tripling. When you're not under the influence, and you're sober, like I'm sober, I don't do any drugs and all that stuff, you'll be hungry. And then your own hormones will be kind of like in flux until you bring in food. Because the energy, the frequencies are causing that energy conversion, causing all your hormones to be like fluctuating. You're feeling everything. You're feeling pain, you're feeling anxiety, you're feeling tired, you're feeling all these different things are all kind of mixed together. And so when you bring in food, it levels things out. You're actually giving fuel to the body to then put you on the proper circadian rhythms. But if you have predisposed issues or you have imbalances, then you're going to have to feel. You're going to feel whatever you have to feel. So some people haven't been at work for the last 3 days. Other people are feeling stuff. Yeah, the more weight you have, the more energy you can convert. You're more insulated, but it's not to say that if you have a weak heart, that your heart may not keep up with this environment. So you better have strong vital organs in this environment, because everything is going to be challenged, tested, and taxed. Literally. Like, oh, I hear thunder too. Oh my God. Hold on. Whew. Oh shit. Sound like freaking a motorcycle just exploded, but no, it's thunder. That's the loudest I've ever heard in a while. Oh my God. So yeah, we're in for some crazy ass storms. Yeah, you heard that. Wasn't that loud? No wonder I'm feeling like I'm all jittery. When we ordered food, I had the ice cream. And so they gave me the ice cream first, and guess what I did with the ice cream? You guys are in for a while when the storm's on either side. Yeah. I was eating that ice cream like there was no tomorrow. I basically ate ice cream in probably 3 minutes. I downed that ice cream, and then I was eating the fries, and then I was eating the hamburger, and drinking the Coke. I'm telling you, McDonald's right now, McDonald's is going to be your fucking friend, because it has everything. Holy shit, it's raining loud. Oh my God, it's raining hella hard. Jesus. Shit, the cars barely drive down the road. Okay? So yeah, so when someone said, oh yeah, McDonald's is bad for you, in this environment, McDonald's are going to save your life. All the fast foods now is going to save people's lives. Everything that you thought you knew in the health and wellness world, oh, this is unhealthy, that is unhealthy, and all this other stuff. No, McDonald's is going to be the place to be. It's going to be the place to go. You will be saved by McDonald's. So yeah, it's pretty crazy, the rain. But I'm feeling the energy. It's quite insane. Let me see. Hold on. See? Yeah, we're gonna get some. We're gonna get some pretty crazy storms today, next week, and all that. Okay, so this weather, it's crazy. I had pizza, ice cream, and Coke for my tea today. Yeah, and when I go shopping tomorrow for some food, I'm gonna get some more bread and some more pasta, because today I had to have pasta with cheese. Yeah, I had a pasta and cheese, and I had all that McDonald's, and even still that, I might have to eat more later. So this environment, you can't afford to be on diet. You can't afford to be political about food. Nope. We're going to see some shit. Some people will not be able to convert the energy. And I had a dream about people going to the hospital because the energy is so intense, they won't have what it takes to deal with it. And I'm telling you, the indicators for me, when I feel anxiety, when I feel hungry, I go and feed the energy. I don't starve myself. I find whatever's in the house and start feeding the energy, because you are going to be so hangry and so hungry. And if you turn off those indicators, your body will eat itself alive. And there's my husband. And then that's how people die. All right, bye.